just a couple bucks, you can make a really healthy, delicious, and humble meal. You could feed an army with this thing. All you need is some good sausages, some lentils, which cost next to nothing, and a few flavoring agents. Let's hop right on the stove and I'll show you how we do it. I have here heating over medium heat a nice heavy pot with a lid. You can use any pot with a nice tight fitting lid for this. You just want to make sure that it has a good surface area. We have 1.5 pounds of sausage we're going to cook in there. And we also have the lentils that are going to expand when we cook this whole thing. Coat the bottom with a little bit of olive oil. Not a lot. And once that's nice and very hot, we're going to sear off the sausages. The idea is not to cook them thoroughly. We just want to get them nice and brown at this stage. And what this is also going to do is render out some of the fat that's already in that sausage. It's going to help us actually flavor our lentils. I have like 2.5 pounds of sausage here. And that's actually going to feed... You could probably feed a good 8 people with this dish. Now, once the first side has some nice color, just like that, perfect. Flip it. Let that second side brown up. Got that second side all browned up nice. Just remove them out onto a plate for right now. And we're gonna come in with carrot diced, onion diced, and a couple bay leaves. Give that a good mix. And you want to cook this until nice and soft. Help that along with a pinch of salt. The salt's going to help draw out moisture out of those veg. What's also happening here is these vegetables are picking up some of that sausage flavor and just going to help to layer the flavors in the dish. Now, you don't want any color on these vegetables, so as soon as you start to see that happen, come in with a cup of lentils. Now I'm using PUY lentils, like French style lentils, but you could use like the $1 bag of Goya lentils that you find in the store. There's really nothing fancy here. And that's gonna cook to make like 3 to 4 cups of amazing lentils. To do that, arrange your lentils out. Come on in with some chicken stock. So 1 cup lentils, 4 cups chicken stock. Right now I've added about 3 cups, and it's definitely gonna take on all 4. Turn the heat up a little. I wanna get this to come quickly to the boil. So come in with all the stock. So there we go. Add another little pinch of salt, flavor the chicken stock. Always flavor in layers. Just as that comes back up to the boil, I'm gonna bring my heat back down to low. And this step is optional, but I'm gonna come in with 3 cups of kale. I like adding kale into this because A, you sneak in some vegetables, and B, it helps stretch out the volume a little bit. And kale is a robust vegetable. It could actually take the nice half hour of cooking this is gonna have. Just mix that in. Now remember, the kale has not been seasoned. Let's do that. Pinch of salt. This is ready to cook for half an hour once you add your sausage back to it. Now notice, we got a good color on the sausage, but we didn't cook it all the way through. That's because it's gonna cook now. Nice medium low heat. Cover it up, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. While that's bubbling away, I can tell you, this is one of my favorite dishes because for just a few dollars, you can cater to, you know, good 6 to 8 people. Like I said, 2.5 pounds of sausages. What is that? Like 40 ounces of sausage. You give like 5 ounces a person. That's 8 servings. And lentils, they'll cook. They'll puff up. You're gonna love this. Now, after about 20 minutes, I like to pull off the lid and check it and see where we're at. Whoa! Look at how much those lentils cooked up. What I'm actually gonna do is, it looks like there's a lot of water in there. I'm actually gonna leave this uncovered for the last 10 minutes. And let that kind of reduce a little bit. It smells so good. I think it's the bay leaf. So you notice the liquid does cook all the way down. When there's a little bit left, you don't want it to be totally dry. Turn the heat off. And I would recommend before serving, pulling these sausages out and allowing them to rest for a couple minutes. Whoop. Everything is nicely cooked. It's basically a braise. Everything's braised together here. Give the lentils one last mix up. Look at that. That's gonna be so good. Gotta find those bay leaves before we eat them. I think I had 3 of them in here. Come on, where are you? There's 2. Whatever, somebody's getting a lucky bay leaf. While the sausage is cool, feel free to put the lid on that for a minute. Just pull it off the heat. 10 minutes and you're ready to serve. To plate this up, very simple. I like to lay out a nice little bed of the lentils. And then I'll slice my sausage on the bias a little bit so that I get nice long strips that I could lay over and just make this look really nicey-nicey. All right, first I gotta try these lentils. Super rich. You really get the flavor of the sausage through there. Chicken stock, a little bit of mineraliness from the actual lentils and also from the kale. The kale kind of cooks down almost to nothing. This is so delicious. All right, now we got the big boy bite. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. Some carrots, some kale, some sausages. That's just great. Because you use a wet braise technique, the sausage didn't dry out at all, and everything really flavored each other. It really is an amazing dish. Something that you got to try to make it to believe it. Under $10 total, and we got enough here to feed an army. If you like this recipe, feel free to leave a like. Subscribe down below. We have lots of new recipes coming, dining reviews, all awesome stuff. If you want to see more applications of kale, I'll leave a link right here for you to check out.